Welcome back to another episode of the Bear Trap on the Boomer Bust channel, a Bears podcast by a Bears fan. I'm your host Terry, and today, recapping our Thanksgiving victory against the Detroit Lions. I'm going to start off by saying I feel bad for Nagy, man, to be honest. And I don't know if I said this before. I feel like I did, but I feel bad for him. I feel bad for most of those people. I don't know them. I don't know them personally. I don't know their everything, deep, darkest secrets that moves every day. I'm not advocating them as people. But just in general, I feel bad for the situation. It's not just Nagy and his coaching staff. It's coaching staffs all over the league because you have fans, and most importantly, you have owners who have just no clue. They have no clue what it all means and how it all works. And so I listen to these fans sometimes, and it's so funny how I get accused of being a Nagy defender and everything else when I'm literally the one that said we should have fired him at the end of last season. Not to say I'm the only one, but there was a lot of pushback against me when I said that. And there's a lot of people that were not on that train. And so I'm like, look, I ain't been said he should have been fired. I've been said he's not a head coach material. However, just because he's not good at coaching doesn't mean he intentionally did it. And some of these people talk as if he is trying to actively sabotage the Bears, or that I don't know. I don't know if the appropriate response is people want him to get on camera and say, I'm not good at this and I'm not right for this and I'm not going to wait for them to fire me. I'm going to fire myself. Maybe that's what they want. But I don't know, because they talk about players the same way, but this happens not just with the Bears, everywhere, where fans just act like these people are purposefully trying not to be good. And so this is a man first time being a head coach. He didn't have a whole lot of experience before that, and it didn't work out, and that's okay. It's not a hard feeling, but some of these people really take stuff personal, and I guess those are sometimes the same people who sit here and just cheer when the Bears win no matter what happened, just to say, okay, we won this week. I guess I feel good about myself because I'm a Bears fan. I don't know. But I just wanted to say that. I do feel bad because in the midst of all this Fire Nagy stuff and all that, I think it's important for me to say that because that's what I notice online. Even with that being said, as I've mentioned many times before, I do think he should go. Now, this week isn't a whole... It isn't, I don't know, this whole season isn't really added anything for me. Again, a lot of people might be coming to this conclusion that they want to fire Nagy this season, but I came to that conclusion a while ago. And again, people think firing is like canceling somebody, putting them in jail. Like, no, I mean, if it didn't work out, if it's not a fit, then you can move on. That's okay. It can be civil. People want to act like they want to, all his heads need to roll. We need to hold somebody accountable. This is dumb. It's dumb because y'all not owners as much as y'all think. Y'all don't have that type of power. And this whole we need to hold somebody accountable because we lost is a very dumb mindset. And one of the reasons I'm very thankful for organizations like the Pittsburgh Steelers, which is far and few between, where they don't gut react and they understand the larger picture and what it takes to build things. So there's that. But yeah, we barely beat the Detroit Lions. Obviously, we have missing pieces. The Lions have some missing pieces. Even still, they're not one of the best teams. And while we looked, I don't know, I guess I would say competent most of the time, and there was not all these flags for fans to blame it on, we still only put up 16 points, and we're in a close game with the Lions. So, yeah, I mean, we kind of know what that was. And I don't know that I expected too much different. The Lions, although the record, people don't realize, first of all, And this is the exact same thing that happened with the Bears, which is why I got to give real credit to Dan Campbell. Um, the Lions have lost a lot of close games. Not all their games have been blowouts. And their defense, even though with their top pick still being hurt again, their pass defense, I think, was pretty high, ranked pretty decently. And so this wasn't a team that I thought was going to be a blowout with. I mean, it just tied with the Steelers. Like, I don't know. So some people act as if, like, the Lions, they haven't won a game, so they're absolutely horrible. Doesn't always mean that. Obviously, they're not as talented as they want to be, but you get Taylor Decker back, and you got Sewell, who's playing excellent for a rookie, was really highly regarded tackle, goes to right tackle, so you got bookends. I mean, they got, some pieces. Again, not to say that they're world beaters or anything, but I didn't expect us to blow the doors off of them. And so it's pretty much what I expected. Andy Dalton looked a lot sharper, which I literally told you before while Justin Fields was getting the go. I said Andy Dalton would look a lot better in this offense. And, we can talk about the point totals and all that, the different ebbs and flows of the game. But just at the end of the day, the decision making, the understanding of the offense is just, and just the veteran, experience is there where he's not going to have the same ability to extend things that Justin Fields. He's also not going to have the indecisiveness as much as Justin Fields. I'm not saying that he's better or that he's great. I'm just saying that I knew he was going to execute just more fluid with the offense, and we saw that. And Detroit, for the most part, played really great against our run, and that's one of the things where we don't get our run game going to the point where we can consistently play action. Then that's going to make it a little tougher because we know our offensive line doesn't pass block particularly well, even though the Lions, very much like us, did not have great pass rush and didn't pressure us a whole lot. So it was a back and forth battle. But, yeah, I didn't learn too much new from the game. Our players account of who they are at this point. And then I think more so people want to just talk about going forward. I mean, I guess there's still time that they fire him, but I just do not. If the Bears were to fire Matt Nagy, now I did the video and I said I don't think it's going to happen. I don't trust the sources, whatever. But really, again, and I made this point, but really think about it. So they told him, hey, we're going to fire you, but also go coach for us. Like, go coach this game for us. Put the whole practice schedule together. Run the meetings, run everything, get the logistics going, travel with the team, coach the game. Like, really, you really think that's what they did? And if they did, I would lose so much respect for the Bears if they did that. So there's that. Obviously, we haven't heard none after the game. Some people seem to think, oh, well, if we lost, we would have, like, that doesn't make any sense to me. It was a tight game. It could have went either way. So if one play went this way and the other play went that way and we ended up losing, you're going to tell me that makes the difference between firing him and not? That makes no sense to me. The game is 200-something plays. So if what we did was good enough for you to keep him with a close win, it should have been good enough to keep him with a close loss unless something egregious happened. But anyway, so I don't know. I don't really think that's going to happen. But a lot of people were talking about it. And I've said last time, what does that add? That literally adds nothing. You're literally making your team more dysfunctional for zero gain. And I mean zero gain. Again, a lot of fans, and not y'all. I have to start, differentiating. I know I talk about fans a lot. I feel like people that tune in to this and really absorb the information and engage, you're better Bears fans. You're better for it, for the discussion. Whether you agree with me or not, you're better Bears fans for the discussion, for challenging, for critically thinking. There's a lot of Bears fans out there that I talk about a lot. Those are the ones that are just a little blind, little don't know what's going on. And so those are the people that are like, just fire him, get him out here. Yeah, get Nagy out. That'll do it. That'll change everything. We got to be better than that. We're better Bears fans over here. So, again, you might not agree with me, but I really think you would be hard-pressed to tell me how a football team would operate better in the middle of the season. What is it, week 11 or week 12? And so you're telling me to take our head coach out at week 12, you think anything is going to be implemented or changed? It will not. Any changes you make in week 12 without the head coach are going to be minimal, especially because you know the coach that takes over is not staying. They're not going to make drastic changes. And so what you will have is the same team with less direction. And so that's that. The talent's not going to change. Ain't no trades coming through. Ain't no big free agents out there. We have what we have. We are what we are for this season, and we just got to ride it through, and we got to be okay with that. And I believe I said this before, but a lot of people keep asking me who I want to be next head coach. I don't know. I don't track all the head coaching candidates and who's out there, who wants to be a head coach and all those different things. That's not my game, and I don't have time, especially these days, to do that. Not to mention, I don't have a particular person in mind. I mean, football is a team sport. That's not a cliche. That's a fact. Not just from the 11 people on the field that have to do the right thing, but not even just the coaching staff of everybody being trained to be on the same page. You also have to have the front office in conjunction as well. Whatever coach you bring in, you think is great for whatever reason, because everybody thinks their coach is great. If you aren't putting the vision together with the talent and building the team the right way, and then it don't matter, you know. So even if you get the right talent and the coach isn't smart and doesn't know how to do anything, it won't matter. So those have to go together. So I think it's not just who we bring in as a coach, but also what are we going to do with the roster for that coach. Now, as far as a type, I would, and I think I said this before, we need a veteran. And it feels like just like coming off Mark Trestman, to be honest with you. But we need a veteran coach. And for the same reason I talked about the Lions, I said John Fox did a way better job than people gave him credit for. Way better job than people gave him credit for. Because, again, that's why this whole a win is a win, a loss is a loss is completely untrue. Yes, the record was bad with Fox, and the record was bad with Trestman, but trust me, if you know football and you watched how we played specifically on defense, it was night and day. It was unprofessional the way we played with Trestman. We were a laughingstock. And then similar, when Fox came in those first few years, our average margin of defeat was less than 3. We were in games every time we were competing. And so I think we need something similar to the situation, not John Fox, but a veteran coach. And not to say we're not professional. I don't think we're bad as Trestman, but we need a veteran coach. I would like to see a veteran coach, or at least, I take that back. I don't think we need a veteran coach. Because the way we're constructed now, we might need to rebuild. And I don't mean rebuild like from the ground up. There's a lot of good pieces going forward, but there's some veterans we need to get rid of to get talent. So we're going to have younger guys. I really want a disciplined coach. Like, I think veteran, because we don't really need this whole, hey, I got all these great ideas about how to train or great ideas about how to make a playbook. No, what we need is somebody who says, I know 100% how to professionally get ready and how to prepare to win games. And so if it's not a coach with head coaching experience, I would like it to be a coach from a winning pedigree. And I don't mean just get a Bill Belichick disciple. I mean, show me somebody that has been a part of winning efforts. So I feel like they know how to train. And that's the biggest thing to me. Honestly, I don't, play calling. I don't care what they do with their playbook, their schemes, offense or defense. I don't really care. None of that. I think I just want somebody who has been a part of winning and can bring that mindset to this team. Because again, we're going to have to get younger, one way or another. Hopefully our future left tackle, our quarterback, our running backs, one of our best receivers going forward, our tight end, they're all going to be under 5 years. And so I really want to make sure that we get somebody that knows how to set a standard and get us into that mindset. And honestly, I would love somebody that can build a staff that they can lean on. And it's not that it matters, but I personally am tired of the play calling stuff, because if they get a coach that calls the defense, oh my God, defense sucks. If the defense sucks, he doesn't know how to be a head coach. He can't even coach the defense. Let's switch the play calling duties to somebody. That'll make us better. God forbid this coach calls the offense. Oh, the offense is terrible. We should switch play calling. That'll fix everything. I don't want to go through that again. But that's just me selfishly. So, yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at. Anyway, tell me what you think. Think about the game, what you think about the future. Share it around, get the conversation started. Thumbs up, subscribe. Remember, stay up and bear down.